welcome to class. This month's theme is spring tease. We are talking about the teaser, so we're going to build up to it and then also see what the teaser can also help us do in other exercises. But mostly my goal is for you to get out of your head that if you can't teaser, then you're not doing it right, because the teaser is just one of many exercises we do in Pilates. It is not a peak pose. It is not like if you accomplish teaser, you've slayed and you get an award. There is no award at the end of this except for the fact that you did it. Woo! So it's my lovely pep talk for you already. We're going to start on one spring and we're going to build ourselves up to our teaser. And so everything we're going to do is just actually going to help us see different parts that make up a teaser. Okay, so here we are. One heavy spring. Heels together, toes apart. Keep in mind that you are on one spring. And before you begin, notice how your body feels on this carriage, because we're going to be back here in about 40-ish minutes to check in. So reach out and in. So I chose one spring because when you do the teaser, you don't have anything for your legs to reach into. And so I wanted from the get-go for you to have something to reach into that's light, so that when we take it away, you have that strength and that practice. And so right now what I want you to notice is, are both feet pressing evenly? Are your heels staying together? If they're coming apart, that's going to make for a really hard teaser. And are you able to hug those outer hips in, right? Feel the inner thighs connect and the outer hips wrap. Feel your thighs open up the front of your hips, as opposed to you shoving your knees down. And then come all the way in, come onto your arches, press and pull in and reach and in. And so I'm really standing on my feet. So we don't do teaser in parallel, but what you get out of this parallel arches exercise that will lead to a nice teaser is the strength of the midline, right? And then also there's a nice massage of the fascia of our feet happening here. That's really going to help us open things up, and then come all the way in and come onto your heels and reach. And so if you haven't felt your thighs work for you yet, hopefully you do now while you're on your heels. This is where it really tends to show up. And you're stretching both heels long, and I'm having to lift my knees as I reach my pelvis down and forward so that I'm in control of the spring and I'm connecting to my center. Come on to the balls of your feet, press out. You're going to lower the heels down, turn the heels out, so you're pigeon-toed, lift the heels, and then squeeze the heels together. So heels go down from inside the sockets, turn the heels out, lift the heels, squeeze them together, lower the heels down, turn them out, lift, squeeze, reverse, out, lower, squeeze them together, and lift, out, down, lower, squeeze, out, down, lower, squeeze, and then you come all the way in. Take a moment, make sure your feet are still on the foot bar, and then we're going to do the 100 for 5 reps with the bar up. So you're going to press your legs straight on one spring, arms up, lift your head and chest. I want you to, right here, we're going to take the foot bar away in just a sec. I want you to feel your legs reaching into this foot bar, and how does that connect you more to your center? Because when we take the bar away, you're going to have to do that yourself. So 3 more cycles of breathing, and then we're going to come in, we're going to take the foot bar down, we're going to add a spring, and we're going to do 5 more sets of the 100 with the handles, because that's really important connection for us. Last one. Come all the way in. We may as well teaser up, lower our foot bar down, add on a second spring, and then lie all the way down. Right? How many different times can we add in teasers today? Okay, so arms are up to the sky. You can leave your legs down if you want. Squeeze them together though, and it's not a crazy turnout. It's just a slight turnout. Push those hands into the handles without moving the carriage at all. Feel that connection to your back. Take an inhale, and then as you exhale, lift your head and chest up. Maybe you lift your legs up and pump your arms. And I want you right here to practice feeling those handles press into your hands and your hands press into your handles as a marriage, as a relationship, as a partnership, right? Because that's what they are for your teaser. They're not holding you back, they're helping you lift up. As your legs reach away and you finally don't have that support, how are you feeling? Do you feel like your legs are connected to your center yet? If they are, amazing. It's going to be awesome teaser. If they're not, then you know, okay, I have the next several exercises to try to find my fast, to find my reach from my waist out through my legs. Last cycle of breathing. Lower everything down. So I do want to practice overhead. If you don't want to do that, then what you can do is hook up your handles and do your double straight leg stretch from the mat work. So that's this one, because what you're doing here with the legs is going to be what helps you with your teaser on the long box. So I'm going to do this here. Make sure your headrest is down. You have 2 springs on, arms are reaching up. When I press the arms down, I take the legs over. So the arms hit the mat, that's when my hips lift. And then I take the legs up, and right here is a shape that you're gonna make in that teaser. Stretch the legs long and away, arms up, and then go. So the timing of the overhead exercise and also the distalness of the legs, it's giving you information on how that teaser is gonna feel. If it's easy for you to lift your legs up and overhead, it's gonna be easy when you get on that long box. Last one. If it's hard, then we're still warming up, right? And just know that maybe you're doing this in the morning instead of in the afternoon. Squeeze your elbows in, knees in, press out, open, close the legs, pull the knees in, and bend the elbows. I'm squeezing those elbows super tight to my sides so that I don't let them move around, because it's important that the handles don't push my hands around here, because when we get to teaser, you've got to be in control too, like you're a partnership. You're not overpowering the straps so your carriage isn't bouncing, but you're also not letting them push you around. And in. All right, sit all the way up, take a spring off. Here we go. Rowing. So this is all from the back, which we need to make sure our connections are there, because it's going to make teaser so much easier. Squeeze those legs together, and as you roll back, your legs reach away. So there's actually this like teaser like shape here, but your legs are supported. Open the arms, press from your back, dive your head to meet your knees, hook those fingers. If you can, lift the arms, circle them around, and then roll up, round back, reach, press, and then dive and lift up and around. One more time, round back, open, press, lift up and over, and reach. Lift your elbows up, lean back, stretch your legs long, press your hands down and back. So here with this from the back, this 90 degrees, I want you to feel your pinky side of your hand stay in the handle the whole time. So that's what I want you to focus on. I don't care how far back you lean this month. I don't care how far you reach forward. I care only that the pinky side of your hand stays in that handle. Let's do one more for good measure. Lift, reach, pinky side of the hand in the handle, and press and circle. All right, we're going to do rowing 3 and 4 before we move on to our long box. So you're still on one spring, legs are straight out in front of you, hook your thumbs, squeeze your legs together. So this is from the back. So again, pinky side of the hand on the handle, super important, so that you're not coming up from your pecs, but you're coming from your back connection. Squeeze those legs together. They're practicing reaching, right? The same reach they're going to do when you are on the edge of your box. Reach those arms out, lift, stretch, pinky side of the hand stays on that handle and circle. One more time, reach, down, lift it up, and press. Flex your feet, head to your knees. This one is so important. You're going to be tempted to lift your hands sooner than you need to. Keep those hands low along the carriage, all the way underneath your heels. Then if you can lift up without moving the carriage, awesome, extra bonus point. If you can move those arms wide to the side without moving the carriage. Squeeze those legs together. Notice if your legs are taking a break in this exercise. They're not allowed to take a break when we get to teaser. One more time, reach, lift, and around. All right, swan. So I'm going to do the full swan. You are more than welcome to do the swan that's like a grasshopper prep, okay? Or if you have access to doing swan